This case was really hard for me for some reason.
Really? Why?
I don't know. Just it took me a long time to read.
Yeah, I didn't read like word for word. I like would read it in like sections. So yeah.
My secret is I read it on my iPad and I highlight everything and hit speak and it reads it to me. That way I can just like close my eyes and envision it.
Think about it more than you read it.
Yep.
That's smart, actually, though. Should do that.
Wait, we're not all here. Are we? Oh, I guess we are.
Yeah.
Tommy's here, I think.
Oh. Yeah. Sorry, something's up with my computer.
We can't see you. We can't start. How am I supposed to know if you're actually...
I'm here in spirit, guys.
Tommy's just a speaking.
I got deported back to Cuba.
Tommy, is that where you are?
No, I'm stuck in Great Idaho.
Oh.
I wish I was in Cuba. That'd be pretty sick. Except for the communism.
That's definitely a downside.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that bad, but it's bad enough to keep me here.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Well, who's ready?
Me.
I'm ready. I gotta leave at 7:30. Sorry.
Not a problem.
No worries. We should be done by then.
Unbelievable, Baden.
I am such a flake.
Yeah, this is only 4 questions, so let's get on it.
Cool.
Okay. So it doesn't say we have to say a prayer or anything.
Doesn't say it. We're not doing it.
Yeah. Number one's, what value would you place on RightNow Technologies? Those other guys had a multiple or a multiplier at a $5 million valuation.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they only had 3.5, I think. So I think.
Wait, what'd you say about a $5 million valuation?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it said. So they were going to do a multiplier because I think they said they had 3.5 in sales, but they had like increased really rapidly. And so the guy was saying you get a multiple off of like a $5 million whatever valuation or whatever.
I thought it was 35 million and 50 million.
Am I wrong? Am I way off? Is that what it was? 50?
Are you talking about
They're using 50 million? That's what the case said.
Okay. Sorry, I was just a zero off.
So,
I think
do you guys know what it was, the multiple that they were talking about?
Sorry about that. There. My phone was doing the call and like my computer's a little comfier. Sorry.
So good.
Okay.
Yeah, what was the question? Completely gone.
What was the multiplier? Right?
Yeah.
I had a hard time finding the multiplier. I found that 50 million. They said they were going to times it by the revenue and using the run rate revenue.
Run rate.
So yeah, I don't know where the
Yeah, it sounded as though the acquirer was willing to pay this multiple on RightNow's revenue run rate approximately 50 million rather than the company's trailing 12-month sales of 35 million.
Mhm.
It says see Exhibit 6.
Six just gives the total revenue.
To 60.
Yeah, no, I guess it does say 60. Where'd they get 50 from then?
50 was up here.
It
yeah,
was
right.
in the K, and then on the exhibit it says that it
60.
references. It says 60.
Yeah.
I don't know. Should we just guess a multiplier? I don't know. I don't know where to. I couldn't find it earlier.
Well, if they made 35 million in 2003, I mean, they're going to be bought for more than 50 million. That's for sure.
Heck yeah.
So the multiplier, I don't know, maybe I'd say over 100 million probably.
Yeah. It might be like 3. I think the multiplier might. When talking to some people out buying company, they said that it was an insurance industry and their multiplier is like 2.5 or something. But this is not that.
Yeah, I remember talking to one of the teachers who used to work for Mars Candy,
Oh,
and he said they bought out
Brother Ward?
Yeah, Brother Ward. He was my
So
sensei
cool.
for IBC.
Hey, mine too.
Yeah. Wait, for real? Nice.
He's so awesome.
Yeah, heck yeah. But he said they bought out Wrigley's gum for I think it was a multiplier of 4, and then they really regretted it because it they spent way too much. But so I guess 4 and 2.5 is what we are seeing. So maybe
Let's go 3.
a multiplier of 3 and okay.
That put it at 150 million.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Hmm.
In the wise words of Devin, just
Sell.
sell it, take it, and run.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, if somebody will pay you money for it, give it to them.
okay.
Cool.
So I guess
So I guess we're saying that the run rate is 3. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Or the multiplier?
Multiplier. Yeah.
Multipliers 3.
Okay.
And then we're doing that times the revenue run rate, which was approximately 50 million, right?
50 million. Yeah.
Got it.
Okay. Question number 2.
please provide a range of
Please
value.
provide a range. Oh, go ahead.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
That's embarrassing.
Please provide a range of values rather than a single number. How did you come to this conclusion?
Well,
I guess we could just multiply it by 2.5 and 4
well,
and use the
so
range between
actually,
those two.
actually what we could do is instead so there's two things that I read in this case, one of which it talks about how they're acquiring them with the multiple of the current revenue run rate rather than the company's trailing 12-month sales. So what we could do is, instead of multiplying the run rate, rather we multiply the actual 12-month sales.
So by 35 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so that would be like the lowest, and then
5 million for that.
And then also it said in the case that Warren Buffett, for instance, would not have valued any company at the revenue multiples implied in the offer. So Warren Buffett is saying that it would be most likely more than what the rate revenue is. So do we know what's their past revenue? Not only what's the percentage increase over the past couple years? Does it show that in the balance sheet?
Revenue goes from 1999, goes 2 million, 2000, in year 2000, it's 11 million, 21 million, 26.9 million, and then 35.8 million in 2003.
Okay. So basically we could just take the average, or like the expected growth over the past few years, and we could see what their expected growth is in the coming year, and that could be the revenue for next year rather than the 50 million.
Yep.
Trying to find that so I could just plug in the numbers. What exhibit is it?
2.
Yeah.
Exhibit 2. There it is. Revenue total. My knees. Two 2025 11 307 2107 26 941 35 879. All right, so the first year they grew a lot. Let's see, down percentage. So they grew 558% in revenue the first year. Second year, 186, then 128, then 133. So if we were to do that again, let's see, equals that times that. So then their projected sales for the following year would be 83, or not their sales, their revenue would be 83,661. So then we could take that and times that by 3.
You said sales revenue?
Total revenue.
So it's going to be 83 million then.
Or yeah. I forgot to do the million, but Yes.
Okay.
So that would mean that it would be equal to 200.
Are we saying multiplier of 3 again?
Yeah, for like the absolute max, or
Yeah,
unless
yeah, I see.
unless there was a multiplier greater that you were thinking of.
No, I think that's good. Okay, so our range is between 105 million and 240 something.
Yeah, so it would be 250.
Okay. Cool. Everybody good with that?
Yeah.
Next question is, if Greg's investors seek 30 to 50% IRR, what exit value will they expect?
Be
So
like
does that mean that
45
that,
to 75 million, wouldn't
say that again?
it? Would it be 45 to 75 million if we're going off of the 150, our first answer?
Okay. You're just doing a 30, are you doing 30%?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see, what exit value do they expect? Is that the total value that they're exiting, or the exit value is just the portion, that 30% that they want?
That's just the 30 to 50%.
Okay.
Oh wait, no.
Okay.
No. Hey.
Good
No.
enough?
What I think it is it's 30 to 50% more than what they invested.
Total?
I think.
Okay. So 150 plus 45 or whatever it was.
No, so it's
Little red toes, let's read a book. Uh-oh.
Did you get 195 million?
No, I think I was wrong about that. So we don't know, how much equity the investors have.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know how we're going to calculate what they would get for 30% internal return.
Let me see your red toe.
Do you have any idea, Jackson?
Mm. Exit value 350%. Well, it talks about venture capitalists. Yeah, so the owner, he has 60% equity stake in the company.
Yep.
So does that mean that the angel investors have a 40% equity stake?
I don't think so, because wouldn't he have given equity to his like high up employees, like the VP and the CFO?
I don't know.
I don't think it said anything about that. So.
Because I mean, if that were the case, because I don't see anything that it says. Because it just talks about him like bootstrapping the company, and it doesn't talk about. Not that I can see. I'm looking right now, but that talks about him giving up ownership of the company,
Yeah.
except for that one sentence.
So how much money did the two VC firms give them? So there was Greylock and then Summit.
Let's see.
So I've been trying to say things this whole time, and then I realized my microphone was muted. I was wondering why you guys weren't talking to me. I'm sitting there like,
Yeah,
saying, what about
babe,
this? And I was like, you just kept going. I was like, I don't care about my opinion either. I was like,
No,
these guys are
Baden.
awesome.
We heard you. We were just ignoring you.
Oh my gosh, that is gold.
Oh man.
So, Baden, what's your thoughts?
Well, no, I kind of forgot. I was one. Could we use the preferred stock as a way to know how much they have invested? I don't know if that works, but I don't know how much equity they have. Stupid idea.
So, Adam,
Yeah.
Greylock invested $16.4 million.
Right. Yeah, I see that, and then right, and then later on, Summit Partners gave them another $16 million. So in total, from the for capital, they received like 32.4 million.
It was how much?
32.4 million in total for
30.
capital.
32.4. What's the interest rate? I'm just trying to think because the investors seek a 30 to 50% internal rate of return. What exit value will they expect?
Well, didn't you just say they invested like 16 million?
Well, I think I may have found something. I don't know. It's in Exhibit 5. Have you guys seen that?
I mean, yes, but no.
It says private equity, and it says VC firms 5-year IRR percentage. And then it says buyouts 5-year IRR. But as of 2003, the VC returns expect a 22.1% IRR. Does that help anything?
I don't know.
22%.
Exit value.
Yeah, I don't know. So if the capital firms want to make a 30% return, then it has to be about 42 million that the two together get out of that acquisition.
Okay.
So if we were going off of an acquisition of 150 million, that would give Greg 90 million because he has 60% equity,
Right.
and then 42 million for the investors. That's 132 million, and then there'd be 18 million left for whatever equity he gave his staff. I just don't know if that's enough.
Wait. How much was the valuation of the company?
For this first round of financing, it was 100 million, and then for the second round of financing, it was 129 million.
129.
Yeah.
Okay, so post money valuation, and how much did it say? How much the owner invested in the beginning?
$5,000.
Yeah, I remember 5,000. Was there any other numbers?
I don't think so.
And how much are they projecting the company will be worth? Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know, like, if it's, I guess if it's like talking about I'm pretty sure it is. I just don't know how to calculate it. But talking about like the pre-money valuation and the post-money valuation and the internal rate of internal rate of return.
Just like a simple rate of return. So like at the beginning of the one round, they raised 16.4 million. And so if they want, what percentage do they want? 30%? Yeah.
30 to 50.
Would you just take 30% of that 16 million? That's how much they invested, and then because I think IRR is just like a really simple interest or a really simple increase.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, probably.
Be like 21 million, I think. If they invest,
21.
if we're going with that 16.4 million in that round, and
Sounds good to me.
So that was at 30%.
Yeah.
yeah,
So what's it at 50%?
24.6.
Okay. So that's what we're going with then.
Let's move on.
Number 4. Provide your analysts analysis of each of the options Greg is considering. Based on your analysis, what should Greg do? Consider Greg's goals as well as the goals of everyone else who's involved in the venture. So there's 3 options. The first is to accept the offer, the acquisition. The second is plan for an IPO in 2004. And the third is neither of those and continue building the company. So
Y'all already know my vote.
Yeah, I don't think they're big enough for an IPO yet. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I just see the last failed IPO and
Mhm.
say it's not worth it.
Yeah,
So one.
I think he would like to sell, but I think it was the last couple paragraphs. It's just talking about kind of what he wanted, and he wants to create jobs for people in Bozeman, and I don't think money's that important to him. He's more part of just trying to create something to help out instead of creating something he can sell. So I don't know if he would want if he's going to do that one.
yeah. So
I-
in the case, go ahead, Adam.
I was just gonna say that I agree with Baden. I don't think. I mean, if I were him, I'd probably sell. But I don't think that he's going to sell. Right now because I mean he had his own company. He sold it, and then he retired, and he was super bored, and then he decided to start another company. So I don't think he's gonna sell this one because he hasn't gotten as far as he wants to with it. So
Yeah.
he's either gonna pick the IPO or he's gonna keep growing until he wants to sell it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we'll
What-
just keep going. Just go ahead, Jackson.
What I read in the case was it talked about so it said RightNow, the company. So RightNow Technology needed money for growth sooner than an IPO would allow. So from that perspective, I don't think that an IPO is going to happen at all, because for growth, like if he wants to take the company and grow it, he's not going to be able to do it through an IPO. So I think that question is out.
And that just leaves
I said that he should do the third option and keep growing.
Yeah,
Try to-
I agree.
Try to just keep like.
I'm with Devin. I would sell it.
See where it goes.
I think in that situation he wouldn't. Just for what he wants.
Yeah, I just don't know if he would want to. I mean, I'm not sold on one or the other, if he would sell it or if he would continue growing it. Because, I mean, his past is he's grown companies and then sold them. So Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sold on either. Because the other thing was he was talking about wanting to spend more time with his family. Because at the very beginning of the case is talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I would probably say he would do the acquisition for raising money purposes to grow the company. That's my thought.
Yeah, and I think the question here, it says, based on your analysis, what should Greg do? So I think it's okay for us to say we think he should do this. I agree with you, Adam, of that he probably has a desire to like carry it on, but my feeling is you've got a good valuation. It's more than what you anticipated, and it's better than what has been offered in the past. And I just think that if you pull out now, then you've got money to invest in a new venture and let whoever wants to buy you take over. I don't know. That's just kind of my feeling. But
So what year was this?
2004?
2003.
2003, yeah.
So it looks like he held on to the company
Yeah, they did.
and then he
They didn't let it go.
he didn't let it go. And then in 2009, the RightNow Technologies was acquired by a company called HiveLive. So
Does it say how much?
not in 2009, but in 2011, it says the company acquired Oh, no, that's not. No, it doesn't say.
I looked it up and
Okay.
Oh, wait.
they were bought
found
for
it.
$1 billion.
Yeah, it says in October 2011, RightNow Technologies was acquired by Oracle Corporation for $1.5 billion.
Holy wow.
So
I love that.
yep, Adam, you're right. He just stuck with the company for a little longer, and then later on sold.
I actually think
Let's
that they
suggest
did
he do that.
IPO though.
You think what?
I'm pretty sure I read that they ended up doing an IPO actually.
Oh, really?
Really?
But that's not what I put in my case, so I just decided to stick with what I said.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't seem like IPO is a very good idea by the way they talk about it in the case, but that's actually what they ended up doing. I guess.
Okay, guys. Cool. Well, any last thoughts? We're good.
Amen.
Okay. So I guess this next case, we're not having a group video.
Yeah, it's just
a single individual case. So
yeah.
We will see each other in a week then.
Sounds good.
All right.
Awesome.
Cool.
See you guys later.
You guys.
Okay.
Hasta luego.
See you
Bye.
later.
Bye.